I was mentally doing that. Good morning. It is December 1st, day 2 of vlogmas. Like 8 a.m. I have my doctor's appointment at 9:10. They said to get there 20 minutes early, so I need to be there by 8:50. And it's raining, so I'm gonna just drive over there. So that'll be so much fun. I know my hair looks absolutely crazy, but God, this does feel good. I needed hot coffee. My throat has been sore from everything. Like, yeah, this has been weird because it's been off and on for like 2 weeks, and it's bad. Like, and I mean, it's not even that bad. Like, I say it's bad just because it hasn't like gone away, and so I've always been like in the back of my mind thinking about stuff about it. So I am back from the doctor's. We are at least treating it like a sinus infection because all my symptoms seem to be a sinus infection because I haven't really had a lot of aches or pains or anything. It has just been in this area. My lungs were great, so yeah, probably got some weird looks because I wore a mask because I'm like, you know what, just to be on the safe side, we'll wear a mask, be careful. But yeah, so I'm now on amoxicillin and Flonase for the next 7 days. I'm getting some breakfast in so I can actually like eat breakfast and then have my first dose of antibiotics because they say eat with like eat right before having your antibiotics. Also, I'm about to go work out in like an hour, so that also is really helpful. Also, I need to set up my water because I haven't seen it with this one specifically, but the last time I was on antibiotics, which was a couple of months ago, they were like, make sure you also drink water. In that case, it was a crazy story of how I ended up on antibiotics last time. I just got a paper cut and it got infected. It was in my right index finger. And yeah, like I saw it. I was concerned. I was able to get in touch with like the doctors over telehealth. Yeah, there's my oatmeal. But I was able to get in touch with the doctors over telehealth. And they were like, the doctor just looked at my finger because there was like a bump on it. And she was like, do you have a red line going? And I'm like, no, not yet. Like, no, I don't. Nothing like that yet. Because I think I caught it early enough that I wasn't also gonna have blood poisoning. At least when my whole discussion with them, I'm like, I've had this for 2 weeks. I've been treating it for 2 weeks now, and it has not cleared up. So they're like, yep, this is like probably something that like you need help with. So yeah, now I'm gonna get my food, get my antibiotics. I'm hoping that like, so this time or like today, it'll be like a little bit later, but I'm hoping I can slowly like kind of push it back. So maybe like have my antibiotics at like 10 and 10 and then like 9 and 9 and get to like probably 8 8, but who knows. Oof. I made it back from my workout. I ended up just driving over there because it was raining a lot. It's pretty good. I was running a little bit late, but also my personal trainer was running late because he had a flat tire. So it all worked out in the end. It's a good workout. Definitely have some calluses developing on my hands again. We did a decent amount of like upper arms today, but it was a pretty chill day. I just was not feeling amazing, so I was like, yeah, because I didn't get great sleep last night. I don't know why really, but I didn't. Oh, so I got my video edited, which is great. It is uploading. It's like 2:30 right now. It was gonna take a bit just because of the fact that also I had to make the intro and the outro. I hadn't gotten to that beforehand. I'd been thinking about it, but had never sat down and did it. I also, for like a quick lunch, I'll make probably a bigger meal later. I made I just had a lean cuisine that had like extra protein in it. It was a lean cuisine. There's not much to write home about, and like right now the like pressure has gotten worse again, but like also it just means I need to take the Flonase probably. Like, so I got given also in this whole situation Flonase and I was just thinking, okay, I'll just take it in the evening when I have that other antibiotics, or maybe I'll take it at like a different time. Maybe I'll take it at like 6. Although today it'll be probably before that because I have to leave at about 5:45 to get down to go see the Nutcracker, because I'm seeing the Nutcracker today. I'm so excited about that. Like, I have not seen the Nutcracker from another like company since I was like probably 7 or 8. I mean, I've watched stuff on YouTube, but this is the first time I've gone to see a performance of the Nutcracker from a different studio in decades at this point. So I am so excited. So excited to see it all. And I promise I won't like dance or like try to like mark the steps while I'm like sitting and listening and watching the ballet. I'm excited. It'll be great. So I tried doing some readings. As you can hear, my sinuses are really stuffy and it's just painful at this point. I have now taken another decongestant because the doctor said I could. And I know it's gonna take a couple of days for the like antibiotics to take effect. I will finish them all, don't worry. But yeah, it just takes a couple of days to get the everything flowing. Oh, so this is lovely. I'm just gonna take like another shower to kind of just like get everything out, or like hopefully relieve whatever pressure I have, and then cook an early dinner because I need to leave by like 5:45 today. Isn't that some lovely ASMR? I'm making the Tex-Mex turkey bowl from HelloFresh, and I made it before. I'm really excited. I'm getting back into the swing of cooking again. I have not cooked in a long time because I was traveling so much these past like couple of months that like I just hadn't had time. I hadn't felt comfortable in whatever kitchens I was in, so I'm back and I'm ready. So now I have my food. I'm going to eat quickly, and then I'll get dressed for the performance. It'll be great. And I am off to the ballet. I will be there by like 6:45, so that should be good. And yeah, I'm excited to go watch the Nutcracker. I'll probably listen to the soundtrack, or not the soundtrack, the score, while I'm driving over there. All sorts of fun. And the dress I initially was planning on wearing, I was like, doesn't look like what I want it to look like, so I'll have to wear a different thing. I made it. It was raining a lot. I'm not looking forward to driving back, but I made it, and I've got gas, and I'm ready. I am pumped. I've got my little bow in my hair like I would have as a party girl. It's great. I am so excited. And just, yeah, I will show y'all everything, like maybe in the theater, maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. I don't have my headphones also, so that makes it a little bit harder for like recording. So I'm back home. I've already taken my second round of antibiotics, or not second round, second dose of antibiotics. I am explicitly saying that I'm doing this because I like will be so worried that I forgot to take like a dosage. And I am not going to miss a single dosage. The same thing happened when I'd had the infection in my finger. I ended up having to take a photo of myself with the like pill bottle every single day, like for those like to make sure to like remind myself, so it was time stamped, similar to that idea of like if you were freaked out about like forgetting your like flat iron or blow dryer or like leaving that on all day. The trick is you just take it with you to work, like that kind of like silly thing, but it helps keep you calm. So I do that with like the antibiotics just to make sure that I take all of my dosages. And I'm just drinking up some water because just need to get that done too. The performance though was pretty good. The drive was interesting. Parts of the choreography I really liked. It was fun to see somebody else's choreography, because most of the time nowadays they just do the balancing choreography, and seeing how they utilize the cast, because they've got a very small like company. I don't know if it's like pro, semi-pro, whatever. And then the students, and it was all really good. There was just one dude that was like recording so much of it, and the woman behind me was getting pissed. It was kind of funny, and yeah, she was like putting her screen up to his face, like that kind of thing, because he was just being so disrespectful in the show. And then he was like, had the gall to be like, I can't believe she did that. I was like, dude, I can't believe you spent like about a third of the performance recording it. It was bad. Early on in the performance, Fritz, who is being played by a girl who's probably maybe like 10, her wig fell off, She handles it about as best as you'd expect a 10-year-old to handle it. Just kind of grabs it, runs off stage, comes back later. The adults on the stage kind of helped then lead the kids that were also supposed to be with Fritz to kind of be like, okay, yeah, this is the next step. Makes sense. You have to think on your toes at points, besides just dancing on your toes. I also did think that, like, the girl that was playing Clara, or Marie, they used the Marie instead. She was pretty good. I think she's probably like 13, maybe 14, I don't know. I can't tell kids' ages anymore. Honestly, from where she was on stage, I just thought she looked like the actress who plays Missy on Young Sheldon. Some of the choreography, I don't know if it was too hard for her or she was just really tired, which again is a thing you have to think about in these cases. Because at points she was like slagging a bit, like, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably just really tired. Like, this just could be rough. But overall, pretty good. And, like, there's some partnering stuff where, again, because she's so young, she's maybe learned a bit of partnering, but, like, not a lot. So she doesn't know how she's supposed to hold herself in a lift. So she's not, like, dead weight. But besides that, pretty good. I liked what they did for tea. For coffee, they did this beautiful pot de trois. Yeah, it worked really well. Russian or candy canes, they needed to have something more with it. And also, I guess that is the thing with tea, they needed a little bit oomph. I did appreciate with marzipan there was no fouettes, or they would start off doing kind of like Italian fouettes, but they wouldn't do the full like up and then attitude, up and then attitude. That made me happy because fouettes scare me, and like honestly, Sugar Plum did fall out of her fouettes during the coda, which was like, yeah, I could tell she was tired, and she went into that turn, and I'm like, you opened way too early on your first fouette. This is not going to go well. And she traveled a lot and just kind of fell out of it. Her right shoe also was like really dead. Like specifically the box was like really soft. Yeah, but overall she's pretty good. The girl that was Dewdrop, pretty good. She just needed to keep her shoulders down more, I think. Also, interesting thing that they did with Waltz of the Flowers is they had both Dewdrop and Butterfly. And so at points it was almost like a call and response, especially because you'd have like the little like these little kind of bits in Waltz of the Flowers that I don't think I'd ever really listened or noticed too much. And like that's where they had kind of the Butterfly doing more, the woman that was Butterfly doing some like very petite stuff very similar to some of the first act fairies in Sleeping Beauty. Like that's kind of the choreography that they were like drawing inspiration from. It was beautiful. I'm trying to think if there was anything else major. I can't really think of anything. It was just like a pretty typical one. There's things that could be improved on. I definitely think Ponchinella and maybe like Mouse should have been swapped, because the Ponchinellas were like the little ones and the mice were older, and I think it could have been swapped because Ponchinellas is quite a long piece of music to just be like, aww. Don't get me wrong, I definitely awed during that, but I'm like, I would have swapped it. You could have a lot of fun with Ponchinella. I made my family laugh when I texted them, like, yeah, it's been good to watch the show. During fight scene, I started doing the squeaks, because when I was in Nutcracker, there's a specific spot where, like we could squeak whenever, but you'd have to do the, like, I was mentally doing that, like, while the like performance was going on. Like how the music was set up, it didn't really work that I could notice one of the other like big ones that we did where you would have one of the mouse, like, so one mouse would get shot and another mouse would have to try to do CPR and just be like, well, he's dead. Like I got to do my second year of doing mouse. I got to do the, well, he's dead. Like, and this is big mouse, baby mouse, just like little kids. It's adorable. But yeah, overall, there was stuff where I think they underutilized certain things, but then overutilized other people. Overall, I would say it was a really good performance. And like, it's a solid performance where, like, yes, there's some kind of pro, semi-pros. Again, I don't know how their company works. But having the kids there, it was good. I'm trying to think if there's anything big else I noticed. I mean, I noticed that one of the girls that was Merlaton, she was probably, again, maybe in high school. She definitely has gone to School of American Ballet Theater and also has more of a jazz background, because she did this with her hand and like also had her arm out when she was doing a turn, like holding her arm out. Same thing with the woman that was playing Butterfly. She also did Snow Queen. She had the like bubble. A lot of the other women did not, but having her holding her hand like this is very indicative of being trained at the School of American Ballet or any sort of school that does the Balanchine style, because they don't explicitly do Balanchine at Lexington Ballet. I've taken classes with them. They don't explicitly do Balanchine. So that means that they've been trained somewhere else to do Balanchine. So probably the one girl had done, like the one girl that was Merlaton had probably at one point done Merlaton, Marzipan. I'm probably going to go back and forth because my studio used one naming convention. They use a different. Yeah, Merlaton, that was one that was like, yeah, the middle girl in that one had her hands in the like Balanchine pose. Trying to think what else was there with that show. I did also enjoy the costumes mostly. I think party girl costumes could have been better, but besides that, pretty good. I also think that if I gave myself a year, I could probably do some of this, which that is probably very bold of me to say, but like I was just like, yeah, I could probably do a lot of snow scene. I would just need a couple of months to get myself back to be able to do point comfortably. But I've kept up some of the flexibility, some of the agility. I work out. I was probably turning into full on like armchair, like choreographer, ballerina, sitting there at the performance being like, okay. Full on judging. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention that I very much appreciated. I liked the fact that it was a mouse queen or rat queen, and she had pointe shoes on, and so kind of had to like fun little sassy ballet stuff with it. It was great. And also this whole thing just made me really want to rewatch Barbie Nutcracker, which I love that movie so much. Such a good movie. And Tim Curry is great in it, so yeah. So I've been talking for like 10 minutes reviewing this ballet with like no photos, just me rambling about it. This is going to be so much fun to edit tomorrow. So, I am about to go to bed. It is like 11:30 now. Sinus is still, this side is acting up a bit, but like I've mentioned, I've taken my second dose of antibiotics already. I took one like last like Mucinex. Maybe I'll take one, like I'll take 2 total tomorrow, because like do one in the morning and one in the evening. But besides that, like, yeah, I'm just ready to be done with all of this. I did have fun at the show. I know I criticized a lot, but that's because like it made me so happy to watch and be critical, and it made me miss ballet so much, which was really nice, like really good. Honestly, it gives like that spark back. So yeah, I'm just gonna curl up in bed, watch Smokey, Steve, and Mark because they posted today, and then yeah, just sleep. It'll be great. Tomorrow I'm really excited because I'm gonna go to the zoo, so yay. And I'll talk to all y'all later. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye!